So we had some technical difficulties, got the mic set up, and let's film this week's video. If you hear some crying in the background, I have a 2-month-old, and apologies about that. All right, let's film this week's video on AI SEO. Had tons of meetings this week on that, and yeah, let's do this. So looking at my notes, we're still super early, but it's about to be too late. In just 2 years, ChatGPT has hit 365 billion annual searches, a milestone it took Google 11 years to reach. AI search adoption moves faster than anything we've ever seen. And when mainstream hits, the brands, the D2C brands, or any brands that already built their presence will dominate. Right now, nerds like me adopted it on day one. Their friends and partners followed shortly after. And now even my parents use ChatGPT daily. So once we cross this cusp, the gold rush is over. In this video, I'll show you how D2C brands can lock in AI SEO from ChatGPT to Perplexity, Claude, and other LLM models. So first, why does this even matter? Well, nearly 60% of Google searches now end without a click. Instead of visiting websites, people are getting their answers directly from generative AI via Google's AI overview tool, which you've probably already seen. It's helpful. It is helpful. If you're still relying on Google rankings, you're already losing visibility, which you may have noticed if your brand heavily relied on organic SEO traffic or partners that your brand partnered with driving to your website that depended on this SEO traffic. So, for example, a D2C health brand I worked on had Healthline as one of their biggest affiliates. And guess what? When Google made their algo updates to further push AI overview, Healthline's traffic started to decline and affiliate revenue dropped significantly as well. But here's the opportunity. Traffic from AI tools converts better and is scaling exponentially. In study after study, visitors from ChatGPT and Perplexity or other models like Claude were 4 times more valuable than traditional Google clicks alone. Why? Because AI does all the research for the customer. AI takes the customer through a personalized customer journey as if they were just chatting with an expert trained specifically on their needs. By the time they see your brand mentioned, they already are pre-sold on why you're the best option. Now, for D2C brands, this is gold. By the way, before I continue, if you don't want to take notes while I walk through this playbook on AEO or AI for SEO, I've put together detailed notes for you, free to download in the description below. That way you can just sit back, listen, whether you're driving, walking, or at the gym. Okay, let's get back into it. So how do we actually make AI recommend your brand? Well, it comes down to 3 big shifts. Number 1 would be brand mentions are the new backlinks. AI models are trained on Reddit threads, YouTube transcriptions, reviews, blog articles, newsletters, and other sources. If your brand is consistently popping up across those surfaces, AI starts to trust you as the right answer for product-related prompt searches and recommendations. So number two would be context matters more than ever. Context matters more than domain authority. Google cared about the strength of your site. ChatGPT and these other models care about how you're being talked about. Are you described as trustworthy? Do people recommend you in specific scenarios? Now think, Reddit and review sites, sponsor post or not, right? Like these review sites that are even paid for, some of them are not. How is the internet talking about your brand? Number 3 would be consistency wins. If your website says one thing, your Amazon listing says another, and your reviews say something else, AI doesn't know what to believe. But when your differentiator shows up consistently everywhere, your unique selling propositions, your USPs are consistent across all sources, the model gains confidence, and confidence drives recommendations, which is exactly what we want for our brands. So what does this look like in practice for a D2C e-commerce brand? I use this framework I call the DTC AEO FlyWheel. And just to give you some context, this isn't theory. I've been in meetings all week with 9-figure brands, their SEO partners, and expensive third-party vendors all trying to figure this out. Yes, those tools and big teams can certainly help, no doubt about it, but you don't need them to get started. This flywheel is simple, practical, and something you can implement right away, whether you're a founder, a marketer, or running a lean team. So the DTC AEO FlyWheel, as I call it, it's 4 steps. Starting with step 1 would be define. Define as in decide on your core story, the single differentiator, the single USP you want AI to associate with your brand. This becomes the signal AI picks up. And now, step 2 would be segment. Match the story to your key customer personas. Use AI to understand their pain points, then create content tailored to each segment, but always reinforcing your differentiator or your unique selling proposition, your USP. Okay, so step 3. Step 3 in this 4-step process is distribute. Publish and seed that content across the surfaces AI is crawling. That is Reddit, Quora, YouTube transcripts, directories, industry roundups, and reviews. Don't just hide it away in your brand's blog. Tell the world. Spread it across the web. And the final step, step 4, is optimize. Audit your presence and test queries regularly in ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Claude. Track whether your brand is showing up, refine your message, and double down on where you gain traction. So let me really stress this. Audit that shit. AI doesn't care if something is true or not. If one internet troll on Reddit says your product sucks, or one angry customer leaves a review that gets repeated, the models will pick it up. You need to stay on top of how your brand is being described because AI will repeat whatever story it sees most. And that's the flywheel. Define, segment, distribute, optimize. Repeat that loop, and I promise AI models like ChatGPT and Perplexity will steadily build confidence and start recommending your brand more and more. And now, here's a real-world example. Getting a little personal here, but I use ChatGPT for product recommendations like this every single week. Not just for work, but for everyday life. And so does my wife. We're constantly using ChatGPT to get product recommendations. I'll ask things like, what camera lens should I use for YouTube talking head videos like this one that will complement my Sony a6400 camera? Or maybe I'll ask something like, what aftermarket crossbars will safely hold my XL tool topper on a 2025 Kia Carnival? Another one I asked a few weeks ago, does Garden of Life Organics kids cough syrup actually help with a 3-year-old's cough? I was in Whole Foods at the time and actually just took a picture of the product and like, is this BS or not? Like, does this actually help? And ChatGPT actually recommended that I did not use that. So it could go either way. And just last week, I had ChatGPT answer this hyper-specific prompt. So the prompt was, what is the best non-toxic toaster to replace my microwave for under $150? I have 4 people in my household and often guests. I need to bake, broil, and cook. And by non-toxic, I mean 100% stainless steel with no nonstick coating. Create a comparison chart with rankings across different categories you define to help me in my decision. Now, that's a super specific prompt on a real world query. Maybe not everyone will prompt engineer like me, the nerd, right? But still, like these types of questions is where you want your brand to shine. You want your brand to show up for that specific query if you are relevant, if you feel like you should show up. Now, here's the point. Will ChatGPT recommend your brand when somebody asks a question like that? If you've created content like top reasons this oven is the safest non-toxic choice, published comparison tables showing how you stack up against competitors, you earned mentions in Reddit threads about toxic-free cookware, and kept your brand consistent in directories and reviews, then yes, AI is much more likely to pull you in to their response. But on the other hand, if you haven't done that, If you haven't done the groundwork, you'll be invisible. And invisible in AI searches means losing future customers before they ever enter your funnel. Even worse is if you don't proactively audit how your brand is being spoken about across web, AI can even be causing prospective customers to think twice before buying. Like that would suck, right? If AI actually told them not to purchase your product and to purchase another one. And that could happen. That's happened a lot in when I ask these product prompts in day-to-day life. Okay, so here's what most people get wrong. They think AI SEO, AEO is about chasing keywords like they used to. It's not. AI doesn't care if you say non-toxic toaster 17 times in your blog post. It cares about whether you are clearly the best solution across various sources with that specific query. That means answering questions directly, backing up claims with data, and spreading your message across multiple sources. It also means creating ultra-specific content. For D2C e-commerce brands, that might look like something like best probiotic for women dealing with bloating, probably from perimenopause. Or maybe another one that you create content around is like if you have a sunscreen company, best sunscreen for surfers in humid climates like Florida, hyper Pacific. Or if you have collagen powder, best collagen powder for endurance athletes dealing with an Achilles injury. These aren't generic. They're hyper precise, and precision is what AI loves. Now, here's my perspective on AI and marketing. The marketers who learn how to leverage AI will create more value, execute faster, drive better results, and win big. This is becoming a winners take all game where one senior growth marketer using AI can outperform an entire team or agency. And this channel exists to help you stay ahead. So here's your action plan for the next 30 days. Step 1 would be audit your brand. Search Reddit, YouTube, your reviews, and other mentions across the web for your brand and also your category. So not just your website, but also across the web. So step 2 would be publish. Publish 3 ultra-specific bottom of the funnel pages with FAQs, comparisons, and written in natural language in the next 30 days. Step 3 would be align your message everywhere, your site, your Amazon listings, your Google business profile, and your LinkedIn page across other places that you show up. Align the message. In step 4, the final step would be test your queries monthly in ChatGPT, Perplexity, Claude, and if you're not showing up, that's on your to-do list. Okay, so brands that do this now will become the default answer in their niche. And when mainstream adoption hits, they'll be untouchable, a step closer to category dominance. Like on a bell curve, you could imagine a bell curve, we're still super early. So early on the bell curve is like nerds like me who adopted it. Then maybe their friends and their partners who adopted it, or maybe our younger generation. But then once you see our parents start adopting it, like we're still early, but we're coming on that cusp of adoption. Before you know it, our grandparents are going to be using it, and it's just going to become as normal as searching something on Google. And the brands that don't focus on this will either lose out on customers or even proactively lose customers based on AI having only negative things to say about their brand. So don't wait until it's too late. Implement these steps and make AI your biggest referral partner, or really a new profitable channel for your business. So that's it. If this video helped you, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next playbook. And for my subscribers, I always include a free lead magnet, got to call it what it is as a marketer, right? With detailed notes on this video. But I really do hope it's helpful because I wish other YouTubers, especially with these long videos, had detailed notes, which is why I'm creating it. And that way you can sit back, listen, whether you're on a walk, driving, or at the gym. The link to download those notes will be in the description below. When you grab those notes, you'll also get signed up to my free newsletter, totally free, where I share even more in-depth growth strategies for D2C brands. And I appreciate you watching, so I'll see you on the next one.